Hello everyone, Steam Trunks Productions here. Welcome back to another video. I am over in the UK now, and yeah, don't worry, everything's fine. I'm just over here for a couple of days just to relax, and yeah, we are now getting ready to send Connie off to DJB Engineering. There's the box, as you can see, and yeah, Connie's in here, so let's take one last look at her before we send her off. Right, here we go. Hello. Hey, Connie. Right. And here she is. Everything looks good underneath. And here is Connie in all of her glory. She's looking as beautiful as ever. It looks like she's just come out of the factory from China. She's looking absolutely beautiful. Slightly greasy in some places, like on the tanks, but that's okay. Her Great Western Green paintwork is amazing. And yeah, she's ready for her conversion. Now let me tell you guys what the plan is for when she's been converted. Now this, I don't know the actual plan, so this might differ. So first thing is the strip down. So these screws here are getting screwed out, and the side tanks are being lifted off and put aside, and they're being hollowed out, so water can be in this side but nothing in this side. Then afterwards they unscrew the boiler, lift it off, so it's just the running plate left, and then underneath they put an ash pan under here, so you need to cut into the frames, and so I can like sweep it out from here. Moving on to the foot plate, we'll start on the back head. Now obviously all this is going to be removed. All this is just gone. Even the reverser, I think it's getting a new reverser as well. I'm going to be removing this pressure gauge and putting it on a new boiler, and then you'll be adding a whistle that goes around about here, and then going to be adding a blower which goes around about here, and then going to be adding an axle pump, or an axle pump valve, which you turn like that, and then connect to here, and it fills up here, and it goes into the boiler. Yeah, and it should also have a side glass as well. And this is going to be where the firebox is. Now I know that it looks green and horrible now, but that's soon going to be fixed, and probably a new lubricator. She will also be getting a brand new boiler because this one isn't suitable for coal firing. So let's have a look inside the smoke box. It's a bit tricky though, mostly because, as you know, she only has one boiler tube, and that's here. So what they're going to do is they're going to replace the boiler and then put a new boiler on with no hole at the bottom there, and then 4 new boiler fluids in there, and a new smoke box too, which have to be cleaned out every time we run her, which is fine, because as you know, that's common practice on the SESR. And then, last of all, she's going to be given these, which are going to be placed there, there, and there. So she can have headboards. Oh yeah, that's something else I wanted to show you guys. Now, because Connie isn't going to be in the SSR during Christmas this year, I thought, why not get her a little something? So, Connie, from me to you. And yes, that is her own headboard for the dinner service, shovel and skillet that she'll be pulling. So, Merry Christmas, Connie. I do hope you enjoy it. Obviously, this will actual lamp irons to go on when she arrives on the SSR. And also, guys, when she arrives on the SSR, she'll get this replaced with a 3D printed buffer, because we don't use dropper couplings. So yeah, guys, that's about it for tonight. I'm just going to let Connie sit out here for a bit, and then tomorrow I'm going to pack her up and have her sent off. So you'll join us tomorrow, tomorrow morning. But until then, guys, enjoy some photos of Connie. See you tomorrow. And then that evening, me and Connie were bored. We didn't really have anything to do, really. So we made this.
So I wrestled with the tender brake with all my strength and skill. But the wheels they stopped a turning and we skated down the hill. And Sydney put her in reverse and I began to pray.
Right, so it's now the day after, and yeah, we're now going to be cleaning Connie to send her to the works tomorrow. So what we're going to do is we're going to be cleaning the undercarriage, cleaning off all the oil, off all the valve gear, and then we're going to be cleaning inside the regulator, like cleaning the regulator valve itself, cleaning off all the steam oil, Then we're going to be cleaning our smoke box, giving the boiler a good farewell, and then just a general wipe down of the loco, and then tomorrow morning we'll pack her up and take her to the post office, I guess, and then it's up to DJP engineering. So let's just take the shovel and skillet headboard off, and off we go. Come on, Connie. Right, so the paint's cleaned, as you can see. So now all that's left is to do the smoke box. So let's open her up and see what the damage is then. Okay, doesn't look too bad. Okay, doesn't look too bad. Still needs a bit of a clean though. This shouldn't hurt, Connie. Bear with. Right. That blast pipe would have dreadfully burnt. Good thing to get that placed. And then inside. Hold still, Connie. Hold still. Apologies for that. Some difficulties. And there is a clean smoke box. The smoke box isn't going to be used anymore. Well, apparently it's going to be used for one more steaming, and then it's going to be lifted off. I'm unfortunately not going to be there for the steaming, so. But anyway, yeah, that's clean the smoke box. Everything's looking great. Just clean. There's a smoke box there. Look at that. I'm quite glad to be getting rid of that. That right there. Got quite a lot of rust on it. I'd quite like to know like the history of this engine. But yeah, look at this. Connie looks a lot better now. But yeah, I'm getting a bit tired now. I bet that Connie's getting tired too. Connie's last night here before being shipped off. So let's put you on the windowsill then, Connie. Come on. And it's now the next day. Good morning. Yeah, today's the day. Connie finally gets shipped off for boiler work. So, yeah, let's get her packed up, or probably get her packed up in the next few hours, and then shipped off to DJP. Yeah, let's go. As you could hear in that video, I was extremely nervous. The nerves grew even when I was packing Connie up. I was racked with anxiety. Would Connie be viable for the overhaul? Would she make it? Unfortunately, whilst packing Connie up, I had to clip the small Ziploc bag of lampines to a smoke box. I don't think she was very happy about that. I was mad at that. We put Connie in the car and drove her to the post office. There, we handed her over, knowing when we would next see her, it would not be the same engine. Well, she would, but she'd have a different boiler and a lot of new fittings. She would be a better engine. And she was off. Godspeed, Connie. Godspeed. After that, I stayed in England for the rest of the day, and I headed back home at 4 AM the next morning. So, it's a few days later now. I'm back in Norway, and what a time I've had. It's just been a roller coaster, I tell you guys. So I sent Connie off on Friday, and it's now Thursday evening. And yeah, so I headed home on Saturday morning, And yeah, I've basically just been, going about my normal day, outside, I'm not working on Project Edrig. And yeah, it's not actually been that bad. Then I got an email, I want to say yesterday, basically saying that Connie's arrived safely. That was the first relief. And then after that Connie had a few issues, like with a reverser and a few other things as well. But that was repaired, and basically saying that she's now ready for the conversion. And I tell you, I'm not afraid to admit this. I cried, like when I read that, because I was just so relieved, because I know sometimes it's not viable for these engines to be converted, but when I saw that they said, yes, you can get this converted, I thought, thank goodness. I thought, I was worried, but yeah, she's there, she's safe, and yeah, hopefully soon she'll start getting stripped down, and yeah, kind of go from there, really. And yeah, I've just had like a whole sort of roller coaster of emotions the past 24 hours. It's been insane. And anyway, yeah, and one more thing is, look what came with me back home. That's right, the shovel and skillet headboard. So I'm out in the SSL workshop now, and yeah, I'm gonna be if I can find it like this. Yeah, so I'm gonna be using this, and it's a cut out SLR models disc, which I just cut and then put. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, we had too little time to order new ones, so we just used some little discs. So yeah, right, so I've got the glue here, and yeah, now it's time to glue. Here's the headboard. But anyway, guys, I had an idea. So I was thinking, when we do Day Out with Thomas events here on the SSR, why not have a whole Scullery and Neil thing with Zoe and Connie? I know that Connie's not standard gauge, and her and Zoe are related, but the point is, we can have Connie play Neil, and we can have Zoe play Scullery, because I can really imagine Zoe calling Connie ugly but kind, because they do look pretty similar, those two. I'll put a photo up here of Neil and here of Connie. The only thing missing really is larger tanks, and the cab wall thing isn't there on Neil. However, my only fear is when I first try and light Connie up, she'll try the same trick as Scullery did when the workman first tried to steam him, basically just blowing smoke back at them.
We're going to steam you, Scullery, he said. Can I pull coaches, sir? No, certainly not. I gave him such a look. They didn't understand engines, so it was easy. My fire wouldn't burn, and I made no steam. I just blew smoke at them.
But I don't think that'll happen. I mean, I hope not. I mean, it probably could, but I'll have an overhead blower, and that's something they didn't have back in the 1800s. And here it is, guys. The dried, or almost dried, shovel and skillet. I'll be going on Connie's tender later tonight. Yeah. Whilst I'm waiting, there was something I wanted to say. Everything is on schedule. Nothing's been delayed. The thing is, with workshops, as many of us know before, they don't only have one customer. They have many, and that's totally understandable. In fact, it's a good thing that they have so many customers because, you know, it keeps them in business. So if you guys want a Connie of yourself, then I'd be quick. Go and get a craft Edrig, actually even a roundhouse will do, and then just, you know, make sure it's in good condition, and then I'll be able to do it. Can't guarantee anything though, but it's just a hope. Is this still wet? Yep, it is. I'll just see if I can scrape away some of the glue. Yep. I know this is a bit of a different Project Edrig video, guys, because I'm actually doing something instead of just narrating over stuff that's happened, but I'm quite glad about that we're finally being able to do it actual footage instead of me just telling you what's happening. Let me just blow on this. A few hours later, the superglue dried, and it was time to put the headboard on the shunting tender, marking yet another milestone in this project. This project has been a massive roller coaster. There have been points where everything felt clear, and others where I genuinely didn't know how things were going to turn out. But right now, I'm just really happy. Connie is going ahead in January. After all the planning, the waiting, and the uncertainty, we're finally here. That headboard isn't just a decoration. It's a sign she's got a future beyond the workshop and on the railway. The Edrigs might be above an unreliable class, but with these new modifications, hopefully Connie should be exempt from that. I'm not entirely sure what the next step for us is yet. It might be preparing the line for arrival. That means getting things like paraffin sorted, checking the track, making sure everything's ready to welcome her home. But whatever comes next, guys, it feels like we're finally moving forwards. So, from the bottom of my heart, guys, thank you very much for watching. And this is Steam Productions signing off. Bye bye.